Now, here we are. Hi, folks. It's time for last minute betting. We just went live. We don't even have anybody in here yet. Come on, folks. Join the party. There they are. Join the party. Click the links below for the best sports books in your state. Be in a ton of them, man. You need them. And don't forget, fill out the form below. You get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 plus a month. Sports betting. It is possible. There's a link for the Heat and the Sixers preview that actually takes you to that NBA page that has all of the best bets for the NBA, the different games and what have you. OddsJam Partner Program. Share that link, you get 20%, or I'm sorry. Share that link with your friends. You get 20% of all of the revenue generated from that link. Boy, don't you love it when that thing ends like that? Like and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need you to do that. Mike and I have been on calls all day. You want to set up a call with us and you're serious about joining OddsJam, being a customer, Bob at OddsJam.com, Mike at OddsJam.com. Check it out. We will sit with you and talk to you about this for about 20 minutes and help you make money if you don't know how to do that yet. And don't forget, our TikTok is OddsJam_Nutz. I'm hoping Thomas is out here. If you are, Thomas, you can comment. We do have live chat available. Live chat is available here, and it's always fun on last minute betting. Welcome, folks. Welcome, Mike. Here we are. We got stuff going on here. I want to throw a couple things at you real quick and tell you what is happening right now, okay? And what has been happening today.
Okay.
So, Major League Baseball, Cardinals win 10-0. And I'm going to just tell y'all real quick, I found a positive VV at the Cardinals -1.5. Got it for +125 on DraftKings 20 minutes before the game started, and I jumped on it, and I'm so glad that I did. Rays beat the A's 3-0. Diamondbacks beat the Marlins 8-7. Mad Bum got ejected, Mike. I don't know what he did. He must have threw at somebody. Braves beat the Mets 9-2. Adam Duvall got a key hit in that game. Padres beat the Guardians 5-4. And the Astros beat the Mariners 7-2. And we got right now live baseball going on with the Pirates and the Tigers in the bottom of the sixth, 2-2. Guardians in the Padres in game 2 of their doubleheader, a makeup for May 3rd. 3-1 Padres in the top of the fifth. And that is it for the live baseball. And that's all I got. So, Mike, I'm going to throw to you the NBA playoffs. Talk to me about what happened last night and what you think is going to happen tonight. We'll start with last night first.
Well, last night was desperation mode. I felt like for, the home teams, Memphis and Boston did not want to go down 2-0 against both teams that have championship, pedigree, and two teams that were in the NBA finals last year. Golden State wasn't in the NBA finals last year. Phoenix was. They're playing tonight. Golden State definitely has championship pedigree, though, and Memphis understood that you can't go down 2-0 and go back into that building in Golden State and expect to come out of that series. I mean, you're looking at being down 3-1 at least, if not being possibly swept. I mean, you just can't afford to do that. They understood that. I really thought that Ja Morant once again stepped up to the task and did what he had to do. I thought they got good contributions out of Jaren Jackson once again, and that is very key for Memphis. And I mean, Boston, come on, who didn't see that coming?
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. This this is what I told you, Middleton, that's going to catch up with them eventually, I think, and it's going to show that they're going to miss him a lot more than what people think. Middleton's a guy that can come in and give you 20 points a game easily, when healthy and when he's right. So that's going to catch up with them in this series. I like Boston to handle business in Milwaukee and maintain the momentum that they've now picked up, I think, after thumping Milwaukee. I mean, I know it's at home, but they thumped them good.
Can you explain something to me? Why is there no games, NBA games on Thursday? Is it because TNT and TBS have gone all hockey on Thursday? Is this the new way of doing things?
That would be my guess. I mean, it would make sense to me to not have both of those sports, with them being on the same networks. They're trying to balance it out. So they'll be able to pick right back off after that Thursday off and get, their games in every day after that. So no worries.
You know what's weird? The weird thing is no games Thursday. We've got the Sixers and the Heat and the Suns and the Mavericks today. And you know what we got Friday? We got the Heat and the Sixers and the Suns and the Mavericks. So we have no games on Thursday. And that series, those two series from last night, they don't play again until Saturday. That is really weird, man.
It is, and we'll see which teams come out of that with some kind of advantage or not any kind of advantage. Go ahead.
Jordan Thackeray is here. He was on this morning. Jordan, you know what? Mike and I applaud you. You are a true and loyal friend. Let's go, boys, he says. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's get to what's happening tonight and Friday. We've got these series with the Sixers and the Heat. Where are we going from here, Mike? Is this where the domination comes in? Are these two teams going to take over these series or not?
I mean, Miami is going to most definitely, in my opinion, this thing's 4 or 5 games. I mean, by the time Embiid comes back, it's too late. Philadelphia was trying to get in a rhythm without Embiid early. And, to their credit, they did keep it somewhat competitive early on. It wasn't until fourth quarter and second half that Miami started to impose their will on them.
Right.
But once again, you're missing an MVP caliber player. And I can't say it enough. James Harden just is not the same player he was with Houston, and he's not going to be able to take over this series and put the 76ers on his back. It's going to be up to Tyrese Maxey, and obviously Tobias Harris has now become a big part of that.
Right.
But ultimately, Bob, I mean, Miami, in my opinion, will win this game. But I do think that you may be able to expect the over to hit in this game. Last game was a little more low scoring, the under hit. I expect a little more high scoring of a game because I think Philadelphia will have to come out and play a lot more desperate than you would have expected. And I think in game one, although they, like I said, they did keep that respectable in the first half, but I expect it to be higher scoring.
The number is 7.5 to 8. So Heat the favorite there. I think the Heat -8 is going to be a bet that covers. That's just my opinion. Dallas and Phoenix, Luka 45 points. They didn't win. This is going to be 2-0 Phoenix, man. I'm sorry. Dallas ain't going to win this series.
Well, I mean, it's obvious that the Mavericks don't have the chemistry that they need to have. I mean, you can't expect Luka to carry the load. I mean, you had it going when he was out. You were able to win games. The guys that were stepping up when Luka was out, Brunson has got to play a lot better than what he did in game one. You cannot afford to rely on 45 points out of Luka every night. You're going to have to get contributions from other people. And you look at Phoenix, they got that out of DeAndre Ayton. He was massive in game one. They're getting guys all over, well balanced. Not the case for Dallas right now. And the only way Dallas wins this series or makes this interesting is for that to happen.
So the number is 6.5.
But you got to also, Bob, real quick, you got to, I mean, are the Suns going to, shoot 50% from the field, 39, almost 40% from three again? I mean, with the great shooting night that Phoenix had, Bob, and despite Luka having to go off and carry the load, it was a 7-point game. It wasn't as if that was anything hugely of a surprise because the spread was plus 6 for Dallas anyway, -6 for Phoenix, ends up being a 7-point game. So I think you can expect Dallas to come back a lot more competitive tonight, Bob.
Okay, well, you may think that, but I think 6.5 is the number. I'll take the Suns -6.5 in this game. Let's move on to the NHL playoffs, which is, I love this, man. This is a great time of the year, folks. You got the NBA playoffs going on. You got the NHL playoffs going on. Baseball's going on. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so last night, taking care of business. What a game between Pittsburgh and the Rangers. And the Pittsburgh backup goaltender got hurt. And they got another guy that came in who made 17 saves in the triple overtime. I thought the Rangers got completely screwed. I thought that was definitely a legal goal. I do not think it was goaltender interference. I thought the guy was pushed into him. I thought it was obvious, but it didn't happen. And Malkin winds up scoring on the deflection. Pittsburgh takes that game one. Shesterkin, Mike, had 79 saves. What a game.
Yeah, well, you got to give you got to give Dominga credit, Bob, for coming in and DeSmith going out. That that could have been the difference in that game. And I understand, yes, a very controversial play there at the end, but then again, I don't know. My question would be this: if the roles were reversed, would you have been upset? I mean, as a Rangers fan, wouldn't you have wanted that call? Yeah. So
yeah, absolutely.
So when you look at it from that aspect, I think the officials ultimately got it right because I think that they didn't want this to end in controversy and ended up going 3 overtimes. Rangers had their chances.
Okay. Washington beat Florida. I came this close to making that bet, but I couldn't pull the trigger because I'm not a believer in the Panthers. I don't care if they've won the President's Trophy. They have been a choker in the playoffs, and they are an offensive team, and I don't care what anybody says. They don't play defense. Colorado beats Nashville 7-2. That one I did not expect to go like that, and this one either. Although the only bet I hit last night was this game. Calgary beat Dallas 1-0. I had under 6 in this, and I should have bet under 5.5. A shutout for Mike Smith in that game. Not surprised there. I'm just shocked that the Rangers lost. So tonight we've got.
Not me. I mean, you said yourself that series is going 7 games. For it to go 7 games, Pittsburgh was going to have to get a game in New York, whether it was game 1 or game 2. So I told you coming into this thing that this was going to be more of a dogfight of a series than what people think. This is the Rangers and Penguins. Penguins are not going to lay over. Nobody's talking about them. And much like Washington, the other team, nobody was talking about Washington either. I think that Washington and Pittsburgh are a lot more dangerous in the Eastern Conference than what people think. Now in the West, the team that I thought would be dangerous, obviously the Predators, they got thumped.
Yeah, I know. You know what? And I'm going to tell you, my bet last night
I want to tell you this, Bob.
Okay, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. My bet last night was based off of your opinion. I'm not listening to you no more.
Okay, well, then if you don't listen to me here, you clearly don't watch hockey because one thing I took away from that Predators Avalanche game was Nashville started to find something late in that game and ended that game the way you would want to build momentum going into game 2 on the road. Nashville came out flat. Nashville came out not ready. Nashville came out too loosey-goosey. and did not have the right approach.
No,
I expect Nashville to come out a lot stronger game 2. If you think this game's going to be 5-0 in the first period again, you're wrong. No way.
No, I don't think that. But let me tell you what Nashville, the mistake they made. They tried to be, we're the physical team. They tried to start crap in the first period. That was what was happening. Their heads were not in the game. Their heads were trying to hit Colorado, and they were worried about hitting and not playing the game of hockey. All right, tonight, Boston's at Carolina, Tampa Bay at Toronto, the Blues at Minnesota, and the Kings at Edmonton. I think Edmonton is going to write that series tonight. McDavid and Draisaitl. The Wild have decided to stick with Marc-Andre Fleury for game 2. Okay, we'll see what happens. I expect Tampa Bay to come back and win. I expect Boston to come back and win. And I'm going to tell you right now, who was it? Was it Jordan that just asked me, Bob, give the people some goal scorers. We need some plus money. I think Brad Marchand scores tonight. I think Steven Stamkos scores tonight. How's that so far? I think Connor McDavid scores tonight. And I think Vladimir Tarasenko scores tonight. Why don't you put that in a parlay and see how it goes? Yeah, I stayed up for the triple overtime too. And yes, it is fantastic to watch overtime hockey, is it not? I friggin' love it.
Yeah, it's great hockey, and it puts you on the edge. I mean, no two ways about it. That was a fun game to be a part of. I guess I can't say I was a part of it. I watched it, right? But you know what I mean. Wasn't really a part of it, but
round robin, he says, done. Round robin.
Right. There you go.
Right. So very quickly here, let me take a look at what is going on in positive EV, and I got to just look at. I want to see whether there's anything live going on here real quick. There's only one play, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. Not gonna mess with that play at all, and I'm gonna let Mike take over and add his positive EV page and his bet tracker very quickly to the screen. And take over, Mike. Tell us what we got tonight.
Yeah, Bob, I'm actually digging right now as we are on here. Hey, speaking of hockey, Draisaitl over 3.5 shots on goal, Bob.
I could see that.
Plus 125 on DraftKings. I want to see what my percentage is on this, though. It's 47%, so that's not bad. I like that because you got to think of it this way. McDavid and Draisaitl were no-shows pretty well, right?
Right.
What do you expect to happen game 2 at home, right? I mean, there's no doubt. If you're Draisaitl, what are you going to do every time you pretty well get the puck? You're either going to put it on net or give it to who? McDavid?
Right.
So, yeah, that's a bet that I actually like a lot. So I'm going to throw one on it.
But one thing about the Oilers, Mike, they are just not a heavy enough team. As big as McDavid is and Draisaitl, they're like Jordan Kyrou. You can get them off the puck. You really can.
Yeah.
All right.
Kopitar over 2.5 shots on goals. I don't like that one as much.
Okay, I do.
Luka over 8.5 assists. The line is ripping towards the over, but if I'm not mistaken, there was positive EV on the under on this at one time. So, I got to be honest with you. I don't think I'm touching that one. I think I actually like this Luka over 3.5 player made threes a little more, minus 130 on Caesars. I like the 58% win probability. I will take that one, and then I will give you guys my picks that I placed earlier. So let's just for the heck of it here, add those to our bet tracker, which we did. Also, as you guys can look, we've got lots of stuff showing up on the positive EV page. This one, guys, great one here. DeAndre Ayton over 30.5 PRA, minus 105 on Caesars, 54% win probability. I would run that through the no-vig calculator, but we're a little short on time, so I will just add that one. now, and we'll go to the bet tracker. But I love that one. Ayton had a big game one. I expect that to continue.
Mike, what's that? What was that Blues play down there? Never mind.
No, I can check right now for you. Hold on. Let's find out. Blues. You got Ryan O'Reilly over 0.5 assists, plus 155 on Caesars.
Oh, I'm talking about the team total down there.
Oh, that's over team total over 3.5.
Okay, so let me tell you what my play is tonight.
One play on that on Barstool. No, we don't want that.
Okay, well, let me tell you what my play is tonight. The bet on that game is over 6.5 goals for me. So
Jalen Brunson, little value on him on some assists here tonight. I'm not going to touch that one, but it is plus 140 on Caesars. So look into that, guys. I mean, Luka's obviously going to go off, but I don't know how much of that is going to be because Jalen Brunson assisted on it. I'm very mad at Jalen Brunson. Maybe that's part of the reason. I didn't like the way he played.
All right, give us the rest of your plays.
All right. Adebayo over 10.5 rebounds. Snagged it at plus 115. It's shot up to plus 127 right now, so you can get better value on that. Harden under 40.5 PRA. I love this play for obvious reasons. Minus 120 on BetMGM. Devin Booker under 25.5 points. Plus 100 on DraftKings. Like that play as well for a lot of reasons. Phoenix is spreading it out between Ayton and you got Paul in the mix. So I like that to hit. Tobias Harris. He's clearly one of the big guys now with no Embiid. Harden sure can't step up. So Tobias Harris over 19.5 player points. Get better odds on that right now on Caesars. I took a gamble on this Luka over 34.5 points at plus 105. It was not positive EV. It was a line shopping play that I found, but I went with it. Draisaitl, you saw we added that one. Luka and the 8-1, those all three were added.
Mac Jones says I'm hammering the Rangers to win this series now, Jordan. Yeah,
100%. I mean, the Rangers will win this series. No two ways about it. But I also think that this is going to be a long series.
No, I agree 100%.
And I couldn't even remember who their backup was.
Right.
I forgot who it was.
They had to bring a guy up today, by the way.
Yeah.
So with Tristan Jerry, he's got a hurt foot.
Yeah, that's Yari, isn't it?
I thought it was Tristan Jerry.
I think it's Yari, man.
Okay.
I've always called him Yari.
Okay, we're going to check on that. Plus 140 on MGM. I actually got the Blues plus 140 the other day to beat the Wild. Those are great odds. Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he's late to the show. Do your Blues win tonight, Bob? It is Jari. I knew it. Jordan Thackeray, thank you very much. I knew I was right. It is Tristan Jari.
Okay, you guys are right.
Thank you.
You guys are right.
Do the Blues win tonight? I sure hope so. But I would not. There's no way I was betting them tonight. That's why.
You can't ride that train too many times. Minnesota. I mean, this is almost only reason, and that this is almost must win is because of the success the Blues have had against Minnesota recently. And now if you go down 2-0 back to St. Louis, if you're Minnesota, you almost feel like, gosh, I mean, this ain't going to happen.
But here's the thing, Mike. If they got to find a way to stop David Perron because he owns Marc-Andre Fleury. But then they got another problem. If you remember at the Winter Classic, Jordan Kyrou set the points total record for Winter Classics, scoring 4 points in one game. You got to contend with him. And let's not forget about Tarasenko, Thomas, Buchnevich.
Yeah, the Blues win 4-0 without
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Blues rode the momentum of Perron and O'Reilly and Saad. That line down the stretch to end the year was really productive and good and started playing better. Before that, they weren't very productive, and it was Kyrou and Tarasenko especially carrying the load. Now You've added that into the mix. Blues are very dangerous. Bob, our same game parlay hit last night. Everyone, we hit it last night. Morant over 27.5. Desmond Bain +5 rebounds. And Grizzlies money line. It hit. Let's go for another one tonight, Bob.
There it is. Mavericks and Suns, 3 picks. +900. Suns -6.5. Devin Booker under 25.5 points. And Luka, 35 points.
35 plus, baby. I mean, at this point, why can't he? Why won't he? I mean, nobody else is stepping up. Luka is the guy. Nobody can contain him. Bridges can't. Nobody.
I love Pierre Chevalier because I love saying that. There used to be a guy, Pierre, by the name of Maurice Chevalier. Every single breeze seems to greet my Louise. Oh, well, never mind. Blues are a gritty team. Yes, sir, they are, as Jordan says. No doubt they are. I'm shocked Bob is not rocking the Blues jersey. I know.
True that, man.
Disappointing to say. You know what? Do I have to go in and go get it now?
No, you just gotta know what the people want, Bob. They're your people. You got to know what they want. You got to please your people.
I'm sorry, Matt.
And as Jordan would say, Bob, don't give us some BS play that we can't bet and make money on that's already happening for your lock, which we need to get to.
He said, put it on. Put it on.
Go put it on.
Take over the show.
Go put the jersey on, Bob. There you go. See what you guys did? He's going to get the jersey on. That's what he's going to do for you people. He's going to that length and extreme. Let's go Blues, huh? I'm telling you, though, guys, tonight, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Minnesota is a better team than to come out flat like they did, which a lot of things went the Blues' way. Barbashev doesn't capitalize on that breakaway or on the penalty shot. And it feels like the momentum's starting to swing for Minnesota. They get a couple of power plays. They can't put it in the net. Next thing you know, they're down 1-0, and it just builds from there. Unfortunately, Minnesota was not able to take any momentum that they gained in that first period and use it for their benefit. There he is.
Let's go Blues! Blues! Blues!
All right, Bob. So, hey, give us a goal scorer for tonight for your Blues. You're the Blues guy. Give us an anytime goal scorer.
Well, Vladimir Tarasenko. And
by
the way, Mac Jones, doesn't he play for the Patriots?
I don't think our Mac Jones does, but yes, a Mac Jones does.
Maybe it's the Mac Jones that plays for the Patriots, man.
I mean, it could be. You could be right. That is possible. I mean, hey, Mac, if that's you, I like your play a lot, buddy. I like your play a lot. You had an unbelievable rookie year, and keep it coming. Keep it coming.
All right. I want to give my hockey picks because I said I would do that. So here they are. I've got the Bruins on the money line tonight. +100. I caught it on Caesars. I've got Tampa Bay on the money line tonight. +115 on BetMGM. I caught it. I got the Blues and the Wild over 6.5 goals. +100. I caught that.
I like that.
Early on DraftKings. And I have the Oilers and the Kings over 6.5 goals. Those are my hockey bets for the night. And that's all I got, except for we got to do a lock. And my lock of the night, I'm going first, is going to be that Kings and Oilers game over 6.5 goals. Mike, what do you got for a lock?
Yeah, Bob, I'm going with Miami tonight. I'm going to Miami as well. Not really. I'm not. That's
You're going to Miami? No kidding.
Remember that song, Will Smith? We got to watch it. Remember last time we talked about music? YouTube got mad. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, Miami. I still like them -8. I like them to cover that spread. I just don't believe in Philadelphia, especially without Embiid. And when he comes back, it's going to be too little too late. I was high on Miami when this year started. I told Bob on our radio show, he said, you know, who do you like in the Eastern Conference? He was on
did.
Milwaukee. I said Miami, man. I like Miami a lot.
He's right. He did. Now, let me tell you something. In a half an hour, we covered Major League Baseball. NBA is in depth as you can get. Talk to our listeners here, and also the NHL playoffs, and did some betting. I think we did a damn good job tonight, folks. We got to get out of here.
We got games to watch.
That's right.
I mean, I'm ready to go.
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate all the comments.
OddsJam, baby.
By the way, I wrote that, guys, okay? Or me and Mike wrote it. I'm sorry. Mike,
yeah, we wrote it. And right so, yeah, YouTube, you can't do nothing. YouTube, you can't do nothing there. We wrote it. That's ours. That's my riff. That's right, baby. We play some music. All right, Bobby.
I'm out.
I'm out too, man. Good talking to you.